What's going on, Team So Wealthy? Welcome back to another video. They say the sky's the limit, but it ain't no limit for us. You feel me? Like, comment, subscribe, and share, and turn post notifications on to get notified on every video that I drop. You feel me? Because I'm gonna be going crazy on these reactions. You feel me? More reactions coming to a lot more videos. So be tuned in. You feel me? So you can be notified when I drop. You feel me? Let's go.
Lying in another neighbor's driveway with a wounded chest. Her son was running away after witnessing his mother's shooting, but it got worse. When the police arrived at the scene, they found Emily's mother and Richard Pyron dead. They had both been shot in the head. I couldn't find much information out there about his motive for the killings, but I did find out something interesting. At the time, the death penalty was not an option, so the jury decided to sentence him very harshly as a warning to other potential killers. In 1977, he was sentenced to death by electric chair, but the conviction was overturned. When he was retried in 1981, he received 2 life sentences plus 10,000
I suffered with addiction to opioids for about 3 years after a heart
years. In 2016, he was denied parole by the Alabama Board of Pardons and Paroles. Number 3. Alan Wayne McLaurin, 20,750 years. In 1996, Alan Wayne
Dog is like, why is adding up to 20-something thousand and 30,000 and all that type of time? Like, I know they done crucial stuff like the people or whatever, like capital murder. I done seen like some crazy stuff that people done that ain't get nowhere near as much time as them people. Like, but everybody's situation is different. You feel me? Like, dog.
McLaurin was sentenced to 12 years in prison for his participation in several horrendous crimes, such as kidnapping, rape, and robbery. His partner in crime, Darren Anderson, was sentenced to 1,993 years around the same time. Together, the men had committed some of the worst acts imaginable, the most notable one being this. One night, they spotted an elderly woman in a gas station in Tulsa, Oklahoma. They followed her after she left, then rammed her car off the highway. After that, the 2 men raped her repeatedly for several hours. I know, I couldn't believe it either. Somehow, Anderson felt like he had been given an unfair sentence, so he requested a reconsideration. After one of their cases was reviewed, the judge ended up sentencing Darren to 11,000 years, while McLaurin was sentenced to 20,750. I think they finally got what they deserved. Number 2. Othman El Nyawi, Jamal Zugam, Emilio Suarez Trashoras, 42,924, 42,922, 34,715. These 3 men were given sentences of 42,924, 42,922, and 34,715 years.
Man, I don't know, man. Let me know in the comments. Y'all, this dude got to be making this stuff up, man. He making these years up, bro. Let me know. Am I tripping? Am I too high, man? I ain't something. This guy's he got to be making this stuff up. Ain't no way. It ain't no way. You feel me?
A little too freaky, bro.
He got to be making stuff up. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't no way. Let me know, chat.
For their roles in the 2004 Madrid train bombings. These coordinated bombings occurred on the 11th of March 2004 and resulted in the deaths of 193 people. In addition to these fatalities, over 2,000 people were injured. Al-Qaeda took responsibility for this gruesome act, but no evidence has been found of their involvement.
I don't know, I'll probably take one person out. I ain't gonna look up everybody in the video, but I'll probably take one person that he said that really had that time and go really do some looking up and try to see, can I really see like, but he done show, but I believe in it, but it's like, dog, like, I got a dog on, cuz, what, you get, ain't no way, like, they might as well kill you or some shit. like if even like give you all that time like that, that's ridiculous. Like if you even if you the demon that done killed everybody, raped people. I mean, yeah, 'cause they sick. You feel me? Like rapists is the most sick out of all of them. Like pedophile people that's raping people and younger people and everything. Like they be the most sick. You feel me? Of them all. You feel me? But boom, the people that done did a lot. You feel me? But they give them time like that.
Involvement. Evidence has been found against El Nuai, Zugam, and Trashoras, though. El Nuai is believed to be responsible for transporting the explosives and for planting one of the bombs. Zugam was seen leaving a rucksack on one of the bombed trains, and it is also suspected that he sold the telephones which were used in order to detonate the bombs. Trashoras received the lightest sentence, 34,715 years. He provided the killers with dynamite in exchange for drugs. I find it interesting that, under Spanish law, the maximum sentence any of them will be able to serve is 40 years. It is likely that all three men will be released in 2044. I don't know if that's a good idea. Number 1. Shamoy Tipyasu, 141,078 years. Our record breaker is a woman named Shamoy Tipyasu.
A female break the record with the highest time. She gotta be a female. You feel me? Like, break the record. You feel me? Like, females are crazy, so I will believe it. And they smart too. They know. You feel me? Like, they know how to do stuff and get away with it. They crazy and they smart. Not a good combination. You feel me? For them and emotional. They don't think logical. They think emotional. So right then, like that's a worse even combination. You feel me? And when you put it together, they'll be the best criminal ever. You feel me? And doggone, I wanted to see how she got this time. Let's get back into it.
From Thailand. Her crimes were not deadly and horrific like some of the people I just told you about. So what exactly did she do to land herself over 100,000 years in prison? And what could be worse than robbery, murder, and rape? Well, apparently, my friend, it's corporate fraud. Tipyasu scammed more than 16,000 people in a pyramid scheme, earning $204 million for herself in the process. She started a chit fund which seemed like an oil share, which...
What y'all gonna do with 204 million? Some of y'all don't know. They like 204 million, they couldn't even imagine. If they would let me get it, I'll show you. I'll be your financial advisor and everything. I'll show you what to do. I just joke. Like, but see, we get that joint, man. Must be straight. You gotta know how to invest, man. Invest in the properties, man, and invest into yourself and take yourself to the next level. And I can show you how to do that. I'm gonna drop some junk. You feel me? To put my people on. You feel me? Knowledge is power. You feel me? That's the brain, though. Let go.
Would provide high returns. She had connections in that industry, and this made her claims believable to others. Even high-ranking, politically powerful investors believed that she was legitimate. When her dishonest scheme was discovered, many sought revenge and compensation. In 1989, she was given the world's longest prison sentence. You're probably thinking that she's still in a cell somewhere contemplating her bad decisions, right? Well, Tipyasu only served 8 years of her sentence and is already free. In Thailand, fraudsters are only required to spend 20 years in prison. If you like this video, click one on your screen and I'll meet you there for more great...
But that's it on that one. But I'm about to get right back to you. I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna drop you another video like that and show you some other people, I guess, that got higher times. But shit, ain't too much higher time than that girl right there, you feel me? She got a 100 and some thousand years, you feel me? Like, God dog, and they were making that paper. But we're gonna get back into another video. Let go. What's going on, guys? I got this video right here we about to get into. You feel me? And I was gonna get another with a deep sentence. I seen one do at like 300 and some years, but I'm like, I'm gonna get on this video because this video was kind of old, but like, dog, I ain't really watched the whole video the one time. I'll be liking to get like raw junk that I already ain't even watched too much. But I had seen it, but I ain't really tuned into it. So I wanted to watch it with y'all. Let's go.
I am not sorry. for something I didn't do, and I am not sorry for the things I did do.
Mr. O'Neill,
All right.
Listen, stop.
All right.
Listen to me.
I'm not
going to raise your voice again.
I'm not going to raise my voice again. I'm not.
I will have you removed from this courtroom. I can sentence you without you being present.
Yes, ma'am.
You don't conduct
I
yourself.
understand, Your Honor.
Thank you.
That way we go get rid of you. For real, the white women that I go to play with is reared up. Man, that dude right there, man, that dude crazy, man. That dude right there will mess them up, man. Reared up. You see it, yeah, red, I don't know what that means though there, but in here, you being red. Yeah.
But I will say, I'm sorry for your loss.
19 years I've been at this job. I've seen human beings killed at the hands of others in every way imaginable. You name it, I've seen it. Shootings, stabbings, drownings, suffocatings, blown apart by cars in DUI manslaughter cases. Horrible things. This is the worst case I have ever seen as far as the facts go. when the person from fire department, when he testified, and when he said that he retrieved the body of Brunivia O'Neill from the home, and all he could do was sob. It took every ounce I had not to start sobbing too. Because there is no way any person with any feeling could have witnessed or seen the photos of what occurred that night and not be haunted for the rest of your life. I know I will be. For the rest of my life, I'll be haunted by what I saw as far as the evidence and just the abject cruelty of it all. The abject cruelty. And I was aware, because I reviewed a lot of the discovery ahead of time, as you well know, did a lot of in-camera inspection of a lot of documents. And I was aware there was some evidence, at least, that when you needed to recover from your gunshot wound, that neither your parents nor your Aisha, Miss Robinson, would let you come recover at their home. I don't know if it's true or not. I'm not going to get into a dispute. I'm just mentioning there was some evidence referencing that in the records. And all I can think about, because I knew that Miss Barron was not with you romantically at the time. And I knew that she just, out of the goodness of her heart, let you come stay with her. And it is beyond tragic that critical decision ended in so much.
What did they do? What he killed the woman or something? Huh? The worst case I've ever seen judge give him 3 life sentence to. I should have read, but I don't even know what dude that did for real.
Horror for her and for her children. It is unspeakably cruel what happened as a result of that one decision. The way that Miss Barron died was horrific, and that 911 call, which captured truly all of it. You heard, and everyone who's heard that 911 call heard a death scream. If anybody ever wants to know what it sounds like before a human being dies, knowing that their death is imminent, that's exactly what it is. That was a death scream.
We're going to see if it's true.
But what happened to little Ranivia and to little Ronnie, but I'm going to focus on Ranivia.
Kind of cold the way she described that. Can't lie. Get back into it.
Because she was special. And you could tell Miss Barron had done everything she could to create a beautiful home for her family. I noticed that the Ranivia's bedroom, before you set it on fire, you could tell she tried so hard to make her feel like a princess. Kenyatta did everything she could. And I noticed too in the kitchen, on the refrigerator, she put up magnets that said faith, love, family, hope. And then you know what else happened to that refrigerator during that night? It got splattered with blood all over it due to what happened. Little Ranivia, she couldn't scream, she couldn't run away, and she witnessed what you did to her mother as far as shooting her mother in the arm with a gunshot. She knew. And the horror that that child suffered. And she already had a life where she was born with challenges regarding her physical and her mental disabilities. But the pain and suffering that she suffered that night at your hands, unspeakable, absolutely unspeakable. And at the moment, that first time you struck her with that hatchet, and little Ronnie testified that all he could see was tears coming out of his sister's face. At that moment, that child knew. She knew she was being betrayed in the cruelest, most tragic, and sorrowful way that a child could ever be betrayed. She was being betrayed by her parent, the one person that should be there to protect their children and love them and keep them from harm. And that was the last thing that child felt before she passed on from this earth, was your utter, cruel betrayal to her. And I read somewhere, and I don't know if it's true or not, I have no idea, but I read somewhere that souls pick their lives, and that they know exactly how difficult their lives are going to be before they enter into this world. And I don't know if that's true or not, but if it is, Ranivia O'Neal is one of the bravest souls I have ever come across. And
Crazy. But I just wanted to bring that to y'all and everything.
Peter Pan, that's what they call me. I'm stacking that.